I had so much fun doing the last progress report video and compilation. I'm going to do it again. My afterlife story has tasked me to do a lot of research and reading on people's experiences in contacting demons. Definitely an interesting topic. I can imagine my former pastor is going to be contacting me very soon. There was a science fiction novella that I started a long time ago, and I ran into some complications and kind of lost interest in it, and so it's not surprising that it stayed dormant for a very long time. Well, I recently just pulled it back out, and I've decided I'm going to make another go at it, finish it up finally, and finally get it published. So I started putting together world building issues that I need to address for the two alien species involved. One of those alien species are Earthers. I did a little bit of work on it this morning, and so far I'm liking what I've got. So that story is now officially returned to the starting lineup. I'm setting up my new music studio. I get to play with wires all day. My multi-novella science fiction series, story number 1. I think I'm about ready to start writing it in full blast mode. Story number 2. I don't even have a title for it yet. I didn't the last time I said something about it. But I'm starting to get an idea of how it's supposed to work. Story number 3, it's going to take a lot of thought as to what it is I want to say in that story. Story number 4, I still got a ton of audio files that I need to listen to, which means there's going to be some world building ahead of me, which is cool. I was in the middle of a few sessions, and I decided to step out for a while and get a refreshment or two, and this happened. So if I was going to do any on-site video, that got canceled real quick. Oh, by the way, I was working on world building, not the weather part, although now I might. As per my belief system, I took a pause to enjoy the Independence Day celebrations that were happening all around me. I talked about randomness in one of my other videos. I came across a portion of one of my science fiction stories that I wanted to add some randomness to. There's a sequence of participants, and I could have choreographed my own, my own order of events and who was going to be there. But I decided to let randomness take over, have some fun with it. So I wrote an algorithm that allowed me to create a random list. Creating the algorithm was an entirely different challenge, but I love that sort of thing. I decided to bring Blogatha back from the dead. I haven't touched it since I think it was like last September, and even then I didn't do much with it. For those who don't know, Blogatha is my blogging site. It's hosted on WordPress, and I've written a couple articles or made a couple posts or rants, whatever you want to call them, already, and had a lot of fun with it, so I plan to keep going. And if anything, keeps the creative juices flowing. Oh, check that out. It's time for me to pause for a train. I didn't know trains could accelerate like that. The alternate reality story I'm currently working on is part of a much larger series called Some Other Time. Now, I've already got 2 stories already published from that series. The first one is a novella called All the Time in the World, and the second one is a shorter story called Sacred Time. I like those time reference stories, don't I? The third story in that series, which I'm currently working on, is about fragmented time. That's a cool concept. So far, I have at least this many fragments of time. Over again. Everything's normal.
I may need more help after I finish writing the story than I thought.
This just in, more fireworks. Now, the last time I mentioned I was working on the Afterlife story, I was just starting to do some research on demons, just so I could familiarize myself with that entire world, that entire mindset. But I was told that doing such things like that, the demons would see this as an invitation to enter this world to influence me, bother me. But as far as I can tell, they haven't been bothering me one bit that I'm aware of. I mean, after all, the voices I've been hearing lately are mine, aren't they? Feels like I've been behind the wheel attending to tasks almost more than I've been in front of my laptop creating stories. What can I say? A lot of unexpected and unwanted obstacles have jumped in my way this past couple of months. But that has not stopped me from having a lot of fun with what I'm doing. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got more creating to do. Just as soon as I get home.